What is up, rockers? Are you tired of getting wrecked by Attila? Well, in this video, we are going to show you some battle reports from other players where they got wrecked by Attila. And also, I found a good battle report as well where it was an even matchup. So I'm going to show you both. And I will also show you the talent trees that you should be using when you are trying to defeat Attila. Now, if you are new to this channel, consider subscribing and turning that notification on. We're here to give you great advice and great guides for you to be successful in Rise of Kingdoms. And hit that thumbs up if you find this very helpful. First battle report that we have currently is right here. As you can see, this Attila and Takeda Shingen is quite deadly. And we have a Charles Martel and Yi Songye in this battle. You can see they got wrecked big time, 6.3 million power lost, 943k troops. Yes, they lost big time. First mistake here is that the capacity of the troops is not full. The attacker had 1.5 million in their rally. The defender had 943. Now, the talent tree that was used for this battle was actually this. Now, I want to mention that this talent tree did not work out very well. And what I would suggest is to adjust. So a lot of things that we see also on Facebook where the defender is getting wrecked big time, we don't get to see their talent tree. So I've made a post on Facebook asking what type of talent tree have you guys been using. So I've had a few responses, and I take a look into this one, and I will challenge myself to analyze the talent tree that most players have been using. And I think there's a lot of discrepancy. I feel like some players don't understand how the talent tree works and what you should be using. Now, for this talent tree, as you can see, the big factor here is that you are going against cavalry commander, right? For this one, you're not adding the iron spear, which is very big deal. You may want to adjust this, okay? I will show you the talent tree that I have built so that you can counter Attila. And I believe the talent tree that I have built will be very, very useful and will give you a positive result. All right, so here's another battle report that I like because I saw this one. I didn't even expect. Leading with Constantine and secondary with Charles Martel. It was a great turnout here. As you can see, the death ratio is not as bad as the first one, considering the first one had only 900k troops. And I've seen worse on Facebook. So for this one, I think they did a great job in here, but I think they could do even better. Constantine as a primary commander here, Charles Martel as a secondary. Power, the difference is only about 200k. So I would say by far for what we have seen, this is quite successful. So here's another battle report. Attila and Takeda Shingen rallying a city, looting a lot of resources here with a Zuntu and Charles Martel. That was deadly. And yeah, that Zuntu definitely did not last against that rally. That's given. But that's something that you can't really prevent. If you are in the KVK, make sure that you are in the territory of your alliance or teleport out, okay? If you're not. Put a peace shield. Try not to get rallied. Come on. Alright? Alright, so here's another battle report. Attila, Takeda against Constantine and Richard. Now, I showed you the battle report earlier with a Constantine. Right here, as you can see, Constantine Charles Martel did a pretty good job. But if you're looking into this one, it seems like Constantine and Richard didn't do a great job. Now, I don't want to say that Richard was the fault in here because I feel like the big difference here is the talent tree. I feel like the one in here, the one on top, actually did not have a really good talent tree. Now keep in mind that each commander and each governor have a different setup for talent tree. You can't just base it on and judge everything on their skills. Because if you have a whack-ass talent tree, you're definitely going to have a whack-ass report. Okay? Hopefully I can say ASS here. Alright, so here's another great report we can see. Big losses here. 2 million deads. That's crazy. 2 million deads. Now, how can you survive seeing all these battle reports? Like I said, I have a good feeling that the talent trees are not set up in the correct way. And I feel like when we optimize the talent tree of the defender, you can actually be successful. Alright, now here, I'm presenting you a really nice report, okay? Now, as you can see here, the matchup is pretty much even with Charles Martel and Richard, comparing for those other, battle reports that we've seen with the defense tree. So what's great about this is that my thought process, when I was thinking about how to counter Attila and Takeda Shingen this morning, this thing proved it, because I will show you the talent tree that they have used. The talent tree that they have used is this. This is the talent tree that they have used. Now, the bad part about this one is that it's not optimized. It's not optimized in the most efficient way. Why do I say that? Because there's a lot of key things in here that they are missing. Now, what I'm going to be doing is that we are going to show you the optimized talent tree so that you are going to be successful on defending against Attila and Takeda. So here's my Richard the First. Now, remember, Richard and Charles Martel, they pretty much have the same talents, okay? So you can pretty much use whatever we have currently here. So are you excited? All right, if you're excited to see what we have here, hit that thumbs up, okay? So all right, here's the talent tree that we have built. Now, what's great about this is that you're avoiding the skill damage reductions, and you are going to be building into towards King's Guard. Now, you are going to be wasting 3 talent trees here, but I can guarantee you this is the best option. Crucial thing that you need to add is this Iron Spear. You want this. Infantry units led by this commander deal an additional 9% damage to cavalry units. Attila and Takeda Shingen will be running with cavalry units, so that's very important. This thing, strong of body, will give you 6% health towards your infantry unit, so you need to be running with an infantry setup with this. Now, another thing that we have added is this balance. Reduced damage taken by 3%, but also reduced damage dealt. So you're attacking them, right? It's going to be reduced by 1.5%. I think this is a very good trade-off. Another thing here, medicinal supplies. Now, a lot of players in here, they don't like the healing. You can avoid this if you want, but I love the healing. So medicinal supplies, a lot of players don't like this because of healing equals more deaths. It's not always necessarily that way. What happens is that when you heal your troops, meaning you'll have more troops to fight with, the factoration in the game, overall, you will have a higher output. So what you really need to do is when you have, your setup already on the flag, and if you're getting rallied, you really need to swarm that rally. And we're going to mention this again. So some of the things that we didn't add to pseudo formation, I don't want to rely on RNG. We're not adding Desperate Elegy. There's no point for this. So just make sure that your structure is reinforced. Don't let it go beyond 30% health. Try to keep on reinforcing it if you really want to succeed. You just gotta do it. Now, this is actually the second time I've built this talent. I initially had this talent and I thought this would be the best talent for Richard going against Attila and Takeda, but actually I did a little bit of math in here. So for this one, you can actually get 7% attack total, 9% defense, and 13.5% health, and the total of stats that you get is 29.5%. Now for this setup, which I actually liked it, initially I thought it would be really bad by adding the City Guardian, and we will lose a lot of points. But in here, so for here we actually got 10% attack, 10.5% defense, and 14% health. A total of 34.5%. Now, we just went all nerd in here, calculating all of the stats in here, so I hope you appreciate it, and hopefully my math is correct. You can double count me. It's like 11 p.m. right now while we're doing this. Let me know what you think. I believe that this is the talent tree that would be very, very successful. Alright, so for Wu Zetian, the talent tree that I have to show you, and I feel like this would be a good option. Now, I'm not super 100% confident here, but I have a good feeling that this would be an amazing talent tree for defending against Attila. Now, there is a little bit of a waste here for the marching speed, but I want to get this strategic prowess. so that you can increase your defense. All right. Don't add this. Don't add fresh recruits. There's no point. And there's no point on adding the arm to teat. Now, what I suggest for you is to defend with an infantry. What you can do is pair it up with Richard or even Charles Martel. Don't use Alexander because it will not work. The skill for Alexander will not work on the structure, so don't do that. I like the Richard in here because you can enhance the healing effect, and then also when you heal, you will also gain attack, okay? Gain 9% attack for the next 3 seconds. Now for the talent trees, we have done is we've utilized the little talent trees that we have in here for this. I guess they're called sub talent trees. I don't know. We don't need this loose formation because there's no skill damage, as I've mentioned. We don't need emergency protection. This is a talent tree, what I suggest for you. Now, I will put all these talent trees that I have shown you, what I've built, into my Discord channel. So make sure that you join the Discord channel. It will be on the link on the description below. So make sure, come and join us here in the Discord. You can also PM me. Let me know the result of this because I would love to see it. So another talent build that you can do is this way. So I want to give you a couple of options in here so you can switch it out and do your testing. I think this one will be a very, very good setup as well. Very good turnout. You can do a bunch of different things really in here. There are some build I've seen that really work into arm to teat and armor to teat, where you really want to do a mixed troop defending, then you really want to add those. But if you don't want to do a mixed troop defending, then I would suggest doing this, this talent build that we have shown you, these 2 talent builds, and then you can pick which one is your favorite. I want to give you guys some options in here so that you can pick whatever is best for you. So yeah, there's that. A key thing in here, we've added the King's Guard because you really get a lot of percentage here, right? Adding 3% on attack, defense, and health. So here's a battle report from Bunny. Let's take a look in here. He's got the Charles Martel, and so he actually is using the same talent tree that we have because I just confirmed with him the 34.5%. It's funny because as I messaged him, I said, hey, are you using this talent tree? And he said, yeah, exactly the same. Very interesting, as you can see here. I think these are double rally. As we can see, I think he told me that there's a double rally and triple rally. I think this is a double rally because we can see that this is a rally, this is a rally, and this is a rally. So it would stand pretty well. Take a look at the deaths. Wow, Attila and Takeda, Alexander YSG, and another Attila and Takeda. Very decent, I think. I mean, at this point, I think they kind of had a lot more losses, but they're handling 3 rallies. Is there 4 rally? I think there's only 3 rallies, and this is like a single attack, Yeah, that's pretty dope. Now, here's the Wu Zetian defense, though. Take a look in here. The talent tree that he had here was going to the arm to teat and armor to teat. The concept that he had was that anybody can just bring whatever troops they got in here. So if we look at the troops, it'll be a bunch of different stuff inside. Now, what's great about this is you can even put siege units in here. I feel like this one did pretty well too. Pretty even. This is another triple rally, I believe. Here we go. Triple rally. Yeah, Buns, 95 LH, and Nevi. And they really held it pretty well. I would say I think the other battle report did much better. Let me see. They got... It's kind of late, so I'm trying to make sure that we analyze this properly. I think pretty much the same. Pretty even, I think. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. But this is a very interesting battle report. Thanks, Bunny, from 1254. You may not like it, but I haven't tried it yet. But I think it would do well. You can do a Tomyris combination. Now you're probably gonna say, oh, Shin got gone mad, had gone crazy. But take a look into this. Increasing normal attack and counterattack damage by 10%, right? So it will also reduce the attack of the attacker's cavalry units by 10%. Attila and Takeda will be running with cavalry units. Now this one, you're probably gonna say, oh, it's not gonna work. It's only gonna work with Edward. Now let me tell you this. I've been playing around with Edward and Tomyris, playing with 1SG Tomyris. I'm gonna tell you that this will work on different commanders as well. You don't need Edward strictly for Tomyris. And that's the mindset that we had earlier in this game. But like, no. It will work with different commanders, and you get this, you know, like I said, this reducing of the cavalry attack units by 10%. And you also have a chance to decrease the defense of that target by 30% for the 3 seconds. Now, for you to actually win this, right, we're giving you these amazing talent trees, amazing combination. For you to win this rally, what you really need to do is to swarm that rally, right? You have to swarm the rally, because regardless of what it is, whatever rallying you, you should be swarming the rally so that you can prevent more deaths on your side. So what you do is, as the rally march, you make sure that you have a good group of people or a good group of governors or surrounding your flag. Now, once that rally hits, what you need to do is swarm that rally. So what you can be suggesting for your team to swarm that rally, the commanders that I would suggest, is using debuff commanders. Using Richard with the damage reduction, Tao with the attack reduction. Also, what you can use as well is Aethelflaed. Where is she right now? With this reduction of attack, defense, and health reduction. For the epic commanders, what you can use is Boudica. Boudica has decreased the target's attack by 25% and also reduced the rage by 100. Or you can even use Herman, which is going to decrease the target's rage by 100. Now, the silence may not work because of Attila's skill. He is going to be immune to all silence effect. You can also use Belisarius, where you can do an attack reduction, defense reduction, and you're just going to be successful once you're starting to do all of these debuffing towards that rally. And then what you need to do is put the best commander in the flag with what we have suggested here in this video with the suggested talent tree. I guarantee that you will be successful if you do this. Now, if you can't swarm the rally, then you are not going to be successful, right? If it's going to be one-on-one, I feel like the Richard talent tree that I've shown you will still be prevailing, but I feel like you still do need to swarm it to get the better result. The reason why is because you don't want to have more deaths on your end, and you want to inflict more deaths on their side. And what that's going to do is you're going to put psychological problems with your attacker. Whoever's attacking you, once you starting doing this, they're gonna start thinking twice and stop sending Attila and Takeda. It's a strategy game. Try different things, try different approaches, and see what works. What I've suggested to you, I'm very confident that will work. Let me know in the comment section below if you tried it, and let me know if it works. All right. I think that's going to be an amazing talent tree. Anyway, rockers, hopefully you become successful in your challenges here in Rise of Kingdoms. If you are new to this channel, consider subscribing and turning that notification on. And I wish you good luck, and see you later, rockers.